Do not leave us behind as you seek to actualize your recovery plans. This is the President Uhuru Kenyatta's call to developed countries on the desired support to less developed nations in the war against COVID-19. He was speaking at the opening of the first day of the Kusi Ideas Festival 2, put together by the Nation Media Group in collaboration with the Kisumu County government. One of the rallying calls at the forum was the need to have unity of purpose among African countries as they progress in the pandemic war.
The COVID-19 pandemic situation has been in the country for about 9 months now. And along the way, the government and other stakeholders have made investments which they speak of. However, there still remain concerns on some of the priorities and the application of the resources.
When we began this response, we had only an 8-bed isolation facility at Kenyatta National Hospital. Today, through the efforts of both levels of government and our partners, we have about 7,000 isolation facilities across the country. When we started, we had about 56 ICU beds. Today, we have 320 ICU beds.
So we have seen major expenditure, but in the wrong area given the stage where we were in the pre-pandemic. Okay. And if we don't go back to prevention and stop counting the beds that we have which are sitting there with nobody on it, then I don't think that we're going to have much effect in reducing the brutality.
So far at the second chapter of the Kusi Ideas Festival, there are calls for African countries to work together to ensure that there's a more formidable recovery.
Our development partners and the international financial institutions should take a long-term view and dispense with any short-term requirements or considerations that would only serve to slow down Africa's economic recovery.
We must find new ways to invest in infrastructure, in our people, and in an enabling political and business environment.
The response to COVID-19 in most African countries has been spectacular. In January this year, when the pandemic broke, apart from maybe South Africa, no other African country had laboratories that could test for the virus. But by February, 3 had. And today, all of them do.
Economies are struggling and seeking to find ways to recover. In all this, there is the call for integrity to ensure that it is a sustainable recovery.
We are a rich continent with bad governance, and that bad governance has exposed us to unnecessary loss and abuse of our natural and human resources.
That still represents less than 5% of global investments. We are very tiny compared to other places. And increasing, I think what we need to be doing is investing in ourselves.
This is Kusi Ideas Festival 2. Day 1 is done, and so am I. Dan Mwangi, NTV, in the county of Kisumu.